folks, welcome back. This is Arlene once again. I just want to show you how the flow of the fur. I got half of the dog done. Okay, so I want to show you how this worked. First of all, the eyes I did with the wood burner. They were very hard to go in there and sand them off. They had little corners on them from the knife, like knife cuts you could see. So I took the wood burner and I took I'll show you what I took. I took this side of it, not the point, okay, but the side right up here, and laid it on that eyeball just like so. I have it off now, and worked my way around it very, very slowly and very, very lightly. And actually I got a little more rounded than I thought, which worked out great. As you can see underneath where the tongue is, it goes straight back towards the neck. I showed you what the top of the dog looked like on the head with it done. Then I wanted to show you also the flow of the paws. The body itself, I'm trying to find a good way of showing this to you, came down and around like exactly like the lines we had drawn, and I had it loop around the back and then come down a little bit. Okay, and then on the legs, what they do, they come down, they loop around, and they stop, and then the other side meets it. It's very hard to get up here in the corners and in between there. So do your best to reach in there. If you have to hold the pen a little further down, that's fine, your wood burning pen. You can go in an opposite direction. I try not to do that on the body, but when you come to the legs and trying to reach in between everything, it's very difficult to reach those areas. So as you can see how the flow of the fur is going, and then it loops around the butt area here and then comes straight down. It loops down like this. And then same thing with the legs. I want to show you how the legs underneath the neck, it came down straight, and then here it separates and then loops back, and they meet in the back again, just like so. Okay, so just to give you some reference points here, it's going to take me another day to get the other half of it carved up, and burned with the fur. And once that's done, then we're going to go ahead and paint him, and then he'll be done. Okay, and we're going to do exactly what we do with the birds. We're going to do, I'm going to keep showing this to you so you have a general idea. And I also did the same thing here with the body. Went down underneath, and just to show you what that looks like. Okay, it meets in the middle. It comes down and around, and it meets in the middle. So that's kind of the reference that I had from when I looked at the dogs, the real pictures. That's how the legs and everything worked out. About painting, okay, what we're going to do, we're going to use a black color, of course, and what we're going to do is called a wash, similar to what we used on the Santas. I'm not going to seal him. What we're going to do, we're going to make sure you have a hair dryer available. We'll make it a little quicker, and we're going to do very thin washes, because the problem with not doing a wash and just slapping paint on it, first of all, it gives it a glossy ceramic look, which I don't like. This gives it a more of a softer look to it, and it also prevents all these little lines that you spent a couple hours putting on here. You won't clog them. And that's the point of the wash, is not to clog up all the work that you do with your wood burning. And it's the same concept that we use on the birds, and the songbirds we're going to do in the future, starting June 1st. You can still vote on that, by the way, and I'll let you know which one wins, the goldfinch, the wren, or the cardinal. So I hope you've enjoyed this little project. He's been a little fun to do. I haven't done one in many, many years. I have a larger dog that I had done, a black lab. But, take your time burning him. There's no rush. Enjoy the process. And then when we come back, I'll have the rest of it already burned, and we'll probably start painting it. Okay, so what you'll need is red paint. you'll need black paint, and that's pretty well it. Okay, so we'll see you in a bit.